Welcome to Fran's Friends. It's been 6 weeks since I started this journey with, I think what it's called blogging, with regards crafting. And it's been a very interesting road to travel. And the reason we started this is because my son said, every creation that you make, Mom, has a story behind it, and it is such a shame that you don't share your creations and your stories. So this is the reason why we did it. And then what we wanted to do is to find a way of incorporating a teaching aspect. So that's why we decided to go working towards techniques and tricks of how to create your own special creations. So I'd like to share a story on this one and what I use for my inspiration. And the inspiration for this little Mother Goose is this little gold duck. And it's a very special little gold duck. I've called this particular piece From Rags to Riches because I've used just canvas tote and some old fabrics and created her little eggs just out of some cotton material. And she's pattern was taken from a book, an old book that I had lying around for many years. So it was a labor of love, and the reason for it is the story behind it. As my passion with crafting, also my passion for nursing. In the last 15 years of my nursing career, I worked with patients that were infected and affected by the ravages of viral hepatitis, or Hep C, or viral Hep C. And the patients that I worked with were very fragile, emotionally, financially, and stigma of the disease was a major barrier to care and treatment for these patients. And I was working in my office one day with a patient, and somebody just happened to wish me happy birthday. And the patient, we finished our visit, and she got up and she says, "I hope you have a nice day." And about 4 hours later, she comes back, and she's a lady who couldn't ride the bus because she had a phobia towards buses. So everywhere she went, she walked. And 4 hours later, here she is back in my office with this lovely little duck for my birthday. Now, that was very special for me. I looked into her eyes and I could see care and passion and such a compassionate person. And she had very little. So that is what has inspired me to make this goose. I was going to call her Loosey Goosey, but I didn't think it was appropriate, so I did call her From Rags to Riches because it is a story. And all of the stories I have from my patients, I could probably write a book. But I thought, well, let's put my story into my own favorite creation. And this little girl sits on a dining room chair in my dining room. And what I did, I used all kinds of different techniques. I used my machine quilting for around her skirt. I've done my usual hearts with my blanket stitching, and I've got yo-yos on this one. I did some yellow and some orange stitching on the canvas to make up like the quilted stitching, like quilted fabric. And the little hat is made out of just a little tin lid. And even on the side, her little heart-shaped motif was just made from bits and pieces of the leg material that I had left over. So I utilized all the fabric, and that's what I always say, always keep every little scrap of fabric because it'll come into good use. So, every time I look at her, I think of that little lady. I don't know what happened to her, but she was pretty special. So all of my creations have symbolism behind them, meaning, memories, and they're not just pieces of work. They have such sentimental value, and that's what the whole purpose of the website and what we're trying to do with the creativity is all about. And of course, there's always a moral to a story, and the moral for this one is, with the stigma some of these patients had to endure, it's amazing what they can really put up with and how kind and considerate they can be. And my patients taught me a lot. My crafting has taught me a lot. And the best value that anybody can take home is to please be kind and considerate and compassionate. So thanks for watching.